As a kid, I was always curious, always wanting to see how things worked. That curiosity came from my grandfather. I remember sitting with him while he showed me his rock collection and explained where the stones came from and how they were shaped by the earth over thousands of years. He'd let me hold them, showing me the textures and patterns, as if each one had its own story to tell. I think that's where it all began. My fascination with nature and the idea that even something as solid as a rock has a history. Now I study geology. It's not just about collecting rocks, it's about understanding the Earth's history. Whether I'm on a field trip looking at a mountain range or in the lab studying rocks under a microscope, I'm reminded of how incredible the natural world is. Rocks might seem simple, but they carry so much evidence. Of ancient seas, volcanic eruptions, even the way continents have shifted over time. Love is about connection. It's about appreciating the earth and our surroundings. My grandfather gave me that gift. He didn't just share his passion for rocks. He showed me how to love the earth, one small detail at a time.
I grew up with a traditional idea of love. Two people together forever. Society taught me that this was the right way to find fulfillment in love. My past relationships followed this pattern. Structured by tradition and loaded with expectations. Rather than bringing me happiness or security, they often left me feeling insecure, uncertain, and under pressure to play a specific role. As I learned to love myself, I realized I wanted to love differently. For me, love isn't about ownership or fitting into a mold. It's about seeing someone for who they truly are and supporting them, also when their love expands to others. And then it's just good. And it's just cool. Juno and I first crossed paths at a queer choir practice. Their voice stayed with me long after that day, and I knew I wanted to understand who they were beyond the music. I never dreamed that I'd meet somebody like you. Juno is the first person I've been so close to who also identifies as non-binary. Through them, I've discovered new perspectives that have helped me understand myself in ways I've never imagined. What we've built together is a love I've never known before. It's warm and fulfilling. It challenges me and helps me grow. Ours is a love that honors each other's decisions and desires without control or fear. Juno makes me feel both safe and free. They are in a relationship with someone else, and that brings me joy. Their happiness doesn't take away from what we share. It adds to it. Making our own rules about how we love lifts the weight of needing to fit into a certain role and allows me to simply be myself. A lover, a best friend, Lua.
Love. It's the relationship we nurture with ourselves. For a long time, I didn't have that kind of relationship. I was constantly seeking love and validation outside of myself. I told myself I was living freely, but deep down, I felt lost. I began to listen to the inner voice I had long ignored. Through spirituality, meditation, and breathwork, I reconnected with my body and my thoughts in a way I hadn't before. Breathwork, in particular, allowed me to be present. With each breath, I felt a little more grounded. Fast, intense breathing speeds up the heart rate and activates the sympathetic nervous system, triggering a fight or flight response. It brings emotions like anger, anxiety, or stress to the surface. Long, steady inhales and exhales calm both the body and mind. This activates the parasympathetic nervous system, allowing to process thoughts and emotions on a deeper level. We have to learn to just sit and be. Even when it feels deeply uncomfortable. This way of honoring my emotions opened up a new understanding of self-love. Love wasn't something I needed to search for outside. It was something I was creating within me.